Oh, whoa. Bro, I'd knock you loose, man. Your tooth gone. Your nose broken. All of it gone. Alright, so look. Back with another video. TD Fitness. Yeah, I'm in my bathroom, about to get out. It's a nice quiet space. But look, um, I wanted to talk about today. I don't know how old this debate is, but there's some stuff that I was watching on YouTube getting into calisthenics versus weightlifting. I just wanted to share my opinion on it. Um, so yeah, man, I'm gonna get right into it. Let me see here. Yeah, you know what? We'll go back in there. I have a chair somewhere actually. I wanted to sit down at. Hold on. Yeah, man, I just wanted to get into it. I have an opinion that isn't necessarily a popular opinion, but it doesn't really matter. You know. Here, I got you guys. So hold up. Turn that fan off. Nasty bathroom fan. It's funny, look, man. My closet's in here too. I mean, it's empty because I'm moving, but my closet's in my bathroom. All right, so look, my opinion is do both. There's not one that's better. And you're gonna go and do research. I hope you would, but you're gonna have all the calisthenics athletes say calisthenics is superior. It's better because you can be out here banging out all these pull-ups. 20, 30 plus. High volume. Go to the gym and pull a whole bunch of weight on the stack. But the guy who's pulling all the weight on the stack can't do all those pull-ups. So obviously, it's superior. If you are primarily training calisthenics, then of course you're going to get better with those movements as well. There's a big carryover. There's a massive carryover with calisthenics into weightlifting. Not necessarily one into weightlifting, and that's where I can see people are like, it's superior because there's a big carryover in one, not the other. I get that, but it all there's benefits that others can give you that weightlifting can give you that calisthenics won't be able to give you, and there's benefits that calisthenics can give you that weightlifting won't be able to give you. Some off the top of my head. I'm gonna try and think of the weightlifting one. When it comes to weightlifting, you can do a lot of isolation movements that will specifically target. I mean, isolation. It's within the word itself, but that can specifically target one specific muscle, not necessarily a muscle group. Whereas for calisthenics, you get into, let's say you want to do some isolation work, right? What do you have to do? You have to work and work and work and grind and build up the strength to be able to remove a limb. You know what I'm saying? That's where your isolation work comes in, but it's still a compound movement, so you're still working a whole bunch of different muscle groups. Whereas within weightlifting, if you have a weak link, or you have an imbalance, or there's something that you need to a part of yourself that you need to strengthen, you can go to a gym and hit some isolation work for that muscle, or muscle group if you want to target all the different, heads in the triceps or your shoulders or whatever. That's another thing. Calisthenics is very compound heavy. It's very, very compound heavy, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it's very good. It's a very good thing. You're going to build a tremendous amount of size and strength with compound movements, because you're literally working all these different muscle groups with all these different movements. So you're going to get very strong. You don't necessarily need isolation work. That's not a necessity. You could just be very compound heavy and look like a freaking bodybuilder. I mean, you see some of these calisthenic athletes, and primarily what they do is compound movements, more weighted compound movements, but they're doing them. But there's one thing that weightlifting can give you that calisthenics can't, and that's shoulder development. See, when you're performing calisthenics, you're working all this front delt. You see right here, your front delt right here. What you can't work with calisthenics, or I mean, you can, but it's definitely not as effective. Um, that's gonna be your medial delt. You see this freaking monster of a medial delt right here. Look, so your medial delt you can't work. So what I will do is, I'll grab some of my dumbbells and I'll start doing some lateral raises, and that gets the medial head as well as the rear. You can work the rear delt, but it's so small. It's like you need to actually specifically hit that if you want it to grow. Because pull-ups aren't necessarily going to work the rear delt, even though you're pulling. It's not going to target that very efficiently. In fact, a lot of calisthenic athletes' shoulders are very underdeveloped, but their front delt is very developed because of all the dips and push-ups they're doing. So stuff like that, if you want, my opinion, if you want to build overall strength in all aspects, of training, do both. Do both of them. There are benefits that one can give you that the other can't. Yes, there is a carryover from calisthenics to weightlifting. Yes, but it's like that doesn't make one superior or better than the other. It all entirely depends on what it is you are training for. That's it. It just depends on what it is you're training for. Um, so, if you're training to be a bodybuilder and you want to go onto the stage and compete, just bodybuild. You don't need to be doing calisthenics, Although I would recommend, even if you are a bodybuilder, do some darn pull-ups. It's not going to hurt anybody, and you're going to have significant growth in your back. That's my opinion, is that, like, pull-ups, it doesn't matter if you're a bodybuilder or uh you're powerlifting, bodybuilding, whatever, pull-ups. You got to get pull-ups in there, man. Yes, it's a calisthenics movement, but dude, it is one of the best back workouts out there. One of the best lat workouts out there. It really is, man. It is incredible. But it all just depends on what it is you're training for. If you want to train and become a very incredible calisthenics athlete and really control your body, you don't really need to be spending, that time and energy in weightlifting. You should just be putting it into calisthenics so you can get much better at that, at the movements you want to do. If you want to, go to powerlifting meets, just powerlift. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need to be spending your time and energy doing all these other things. But if you are just training just to train, you just want to get stronger. You just want to be strong in all these aspects. You don't really want to lack in certain areas, or you don't. You just want to work out. You just want to do what's effective and get fit. If you just want to be fit, if you just want to, stay in shape and be strong, do both. Do both. It's you just pull the best from both worlds, and you're setting yourself on a perfect track. Just one way street all the way to you're doing good. You're doing good. um but also, see what works for you. If your body is telling you, hey, maybe let's not do this anymore, then stop doing that thing and do more of the stuff that's working. It also comes down to how you are set up and how your body is tweaking and moving around with each movement that you do. So not only does it come down to what you're training for, but also how you are biomechanically set up. So it's like right now, what I've been doing for the past, I don't know, like 4 months, is a training cycle. And I'm actually on one of my cycles right now. Basically, I design a workout program for myself, and I follow that for about 4 or 5 months, so I can really pull from it what it is I need to see, okay, this is working, this isn't working, and I'm taking notes the whole time. I'm not changing it, I'm keeping it how it is, but I'm taking notes and researching other training styles that I want to try, other workouts that I want to try, and then I piece together another workout plan for the next 4 or 5 months. So once I pull everything that I need to, then I start the next one that is more updated, with all the information I found and stuff like that. Because like you can never really tell how effective something is if you only give it a month. You know, you can't really tell how effective your workout is if you just give it a couple weeks. It's like, man, I'm not seeing the progress I want to see. Give it time. I normally go for about 4 or 5 months. I'm like, all right, that's like I see a lot of progress here, not so much in this area. So let's find something to do there. It's like right now, I did say just do both, but right now I'm primarily doing calisthenics. It's what I started my training as when I was like 13. So I was like, oh, let's get back at it. You know, let's structure something, see how much progress I can make. Um, Although when it comes to my shoulders, again, I am just grabbing the dumbbells and hitting my shoulders. Um, it doesn't matter if I'm doing just calisthenics or whatever without a weight room. I'm always hitting shoulders with dumbbells. Always. You know, lateral raises, rear flies, I'm always smacking my shoulders. I don't necessarily target my front delt because, again, it's already getting so much indirect work. I don't really give it that much direct work. Anyways, just find the stuff that works for you. Structure something. If you need help structuring something, you can always ask me, you know, hey, you know, Taylor, I want to, you know, I've been thinking about trying this and trying this, you know, this is where I'm at. Um, can you help me structure something? Whatever. If you want to ask me or if you want to go, you know, ask someone at a gym or whatever, man, you know, there's help all around. Just make sure that you get something down, like written down for you to see. That'll keep you more on top of it. Like, oh yeah, okay, today we're gonna do that. Boom, you know, you bang it out. Um, just yeah, get something written down and start at it, man. Start at it. Just remember, you know, it go at your pace. It depends on what you're training for and how you respond to it. You know, if you're really aching, you know, not muscle soreness, I'm talking muscle aches. You know, after your first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all right, hey, hold up, something's not right. You know, I need to change something. It could be your form, but it could also be the overload that you're getting on the muscles. So just be smart about it. But my opinion is, bro, do both. You know, not, one is not more superior than the other. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Have a blessed day. I'm out.